As I mentioned prior to our reading, with regards to the distribution of Srila Prabhupada's books, original books, I wanted to bring some attention that during Prabhupada's manifested presence, because this is a topic, this idea of book changes and book changers, that has basically produced a lot of controversies. And some devotee recently has asked me, well, did Prabhupada authorize any actual changes to his original Bhagavad Gita? Well, we know of two changes. We know that in the 18th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, where Prabhupada describes what's called Kṛṣi-go-rakṣya, the qualification of Vaishyas, Prabhupada said, one thing immediate, this is from a conversation on April 21st, 1976, a morning walk in Melbourne, Australia. April 24, 1976, a morning walk in Melbourne, Australia. I believe that Dvaipaya and Balaram may have been actually on that walk. Prabhupada, one thing immediately informed Rameswar in the Bhagavad Gita yesterday, they have edited cattle raising. But not cattle raising. Cattle raising means to grow and killing. That is meaning the rascals they have edited. Pushta Krishna, yes, and we're Prabhupada, and protection of cows, clearly. Guru Kripa, chapter 18 Bhagavad Gita, that the Vaishyas work. Pushta Krishna, oh, Kṛṣi-go-rakṣya. Prabhupada, Kṛṣi-go-rakṣya, immediately informed them. Pushta Krishna, okay, I noticed that also. I thought it was strange some time back. Prabhupada Hayagrīva edited, he taught cattle raising, not cattle raising. But the word there, it is mistranslation. It is go-rakṣya, giving protection to the cows, especially meant in go-rakṣya, not otherwise. The animal leaders may take other animals, but not cow. They can take the pigs, goats, lambs, rabbits, so many others. If they at all want to eat meat, birds, there are so many. There's no such mention that animals should be protected. No, cows should be protected. That is Krishna's order. They have decided to kill the cow. They have decided no brain, eat. And our prayer is, go brahmana hitaya cha, to do good to the brahmanas and the cows. Actually, it is revolutionary in the modern age. But how it is possible we say otherwise? That Ban Maharaj came and said, right, am I right? When Ban Maharaj here, when our student said something, oh, that you cannot say, that you cannot say, he said like that. Now, there's another conversation with regards to another verse in the Bhagavad Gita. I believe this deals with the... let me see here. This is a conversation which took place in Paris, France, a room conversation in 1973, on August 11, 1973. August 11th, 1973, Prabhupada is talking about another verse in the Bhagavad Gita that he wanted some correction. Prabhupada says, no, anyone who knows that I've explained, that everyone is sitting on the floor, so everyone knows that he's not floor. He's different from the floor. Is it very difficult? Bhagavan, no. Srila Prabhupada, so this is knower. Similarly, by common sense, we can understand that we're not this body. Yogeshwar, it says in a purport, now the person who identifies himself with the body is called kshetrajna, the knower of the field. Prabhupada, Yogeshwar, in the purport it says, the body is called kshetra, or the field of activity, for the conditioned soul, and the person who identifies himself with the body is called kshetra, kshetrajna, the knower of the field. Prabhupada, no. It is wrongly written. Yogeshwar, not just those people. Srila Prabhupada identifies with the body. He's not kshetrajna. Yogeshwar, he does not know. Srila Prabhupada, no, it is wrongly written. Bhagavan, that was not my question. This was my question. Srila Prabhupada, it is wrongly written. Bhagavan, from lecture and one can, Srila Prabhupada, who does not identify, it should be. Yogeshwar, who does not identify, yes. Srila Prabhupada, it is wrong. Bhagavan, that is always questioned in Bhagavad Gita. Srila Prabhupada, it is not. It has been misedited. If you identify with body, how you know it? It is a very great mistake. Bhagavan, we can write them, make that correction. Srila Prabhupada, yes, write immediately. One must know that I am not this body. That is knowledge. That is knower. That is common sense. I say it is my body. I don't say I body. That I explain. One who does not, one who knows that I am not this body, he is real knower. And one who knows that I am this body, he does not know. He is in ignorance. Just like Danielu, Yogeshwar, a Krishna conscious person, he can maintain his position in family, government, business, anything. Prabhupada, why not? All these Pandavas, they were government men. How they maintain Krishna consciousness? Yudhishthira Maharaj, they were fighting for political reasons, so they were Krishna conscious fully. Who identifies with this body, he's described as cow or ass. How he can be knower? It is wrongly edited. The word not, it was edited by whom? Hayagriva? Hamsadura Hayagriva? Bhagavan, Jayadvaita? Srila Prabhupada, Hamsadura Hayagriva also. Hayagriva and Jayadvaita. Srila Prabhupada, this should be corrected immediately. So the point is that Srila Prabhupada is making some very strong statements here. He's requesting some authorized changes to his Bhagavad Gita. There are not too many other documented changes. I know there has been a lot of discussion and criticism of the translation of the Planet of the Pea Trees into Planet of the Trees, but Prabhupada, there's no record of Prabhupada making much of an issue of it. That is just correcting one word. It doesn't require that the entire Bhagavad Gita should have 5,000 changes. There is that change with the Kshetrajna, the change with Kṛṣi-go-rakṣya-vāṇijyaṁ, from cattle raising to cow protection. That's all that is required. This is the documented evidence from Srila Prabhupada of what he wanted. And this is very important because people have taken the liberty to interpret that they can change anything and everything they want. This is crazy. Just like recently I heard somebody sent me a news article that some contractor, without checking anything, he went to a lot in a subdivision and started to build a house. And he built a house on the wrong lot. So when there was subsequent litigation, the issue was, well, didn't you get a survey? Didn't somebody check whether this particular lot was the lot you were supposed to build on? So this is an example, although it is a material example, that we're supposed to follow the instruction of the Acharya. It's like if you build a house, the normal process is to get a proper survey of the land, to establish the boundaries, establish the exact line, establish where the easements and right-of-ways are, and then you build the house. If you don't get a survey, then this is what can happen. You can get in big trouble. And this is now what we have, is a full-fledged controversy with devotees all around the world who have protested against the authorized changes to Srila Prabhupada's Bhagavad Gita. And this is very important. We know from the testimony of Govinda Dasi, she was there physically when Prabhupada was in San Francisco in 1967, and Hayagrīva was there, and he got direct supervision and guidance from Srila Prabhupada in editing the Bhagavad Gita. Similarly, 1968 with the Srimad Bhagavatam. So these are very important points that devotees should be educated on. There are many websites and very good articles explaining all the facts, the bona fide facts, and the truth regarding all of these different changes. It is best to stick to the words of the Acharya without changing. Then they start to invent and manufacture different interpretations. But what can be expected from those who claim that they have seen the truth? What can we expect? To whom it may concern. Back to you, Vishwakarma Prabhu, at Hare Krishna 108. Hare Krishna. Your sound.
Yeah, sorry.
Good.
Very interesting explanation here about changes and what are authorized and weren't authorized. And I had an interesting story Yashoda Nandana Prabhu told to me recently by a devotee in San Diego. And he was at the temple, and there was a former GBC member of the ISKCON movement. And I don't know if he's former guru. I think he could be a former, like Bhagavan announced at the Peacock Films, former ISKCON guru Bhagavan Das. And his name is Rabindra Swarup from Philadelphia. So he looked at the Bhagavad Gita that was being used in the temple for the classes. And it was one of these ones that we have, this particular Bhagavad Gita, you can see it. I have someone coming tomorrow to purchase 3 of them, maybe 4 for distribution to people that really want to read the authorized, unedited versions of the Bhagavad Gita. Anyway, back to the story. He looked at the Gita and he goes, "Oh, I see you're using a Ritvik Gita." Ritvik Gita. This is the level of confusion that exists in the minds of a lot of these people that were in this organization. I believe this fellow retired from active work as an academic and a so-called scholar, but he still goes around to the different centers, I guess, on occasion and makes these ludicrous, frivolous comments from him for everyone's understanding of how bogus these people really are.